From Hampton High School at Crabber Field, WHCS Cable Channel 46 presents Peninsula District Boys Baseball. The Hampton Crabbers hosting the Bethel Bruins. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hinson. We welcome you to Crabber Field, where the first inning has just completed. We had some minor technical difficulties setting up. We apologize for that. We will recap for you the first inning in its entirety. First of all, the Bruins, the visitors, got a single by the leadoff man, Ray Keaton, but that was all they could do as the next three batters, Ulch, Gonzalez, and Smith, all were outs, and the end of the first half of the inning found the Bruins with no runs and one hit. Here in the bottom of the first inning, the Crabbers, leadoff man, Chris Avery, grounded out, and then Justin Valles, the pitcher, had a double, and he advanced to third.
Well, actually, he came home on
the single. On the single by Brandon Brown. Brown advanced to second. And after that, unfortunately for the Crabbers, they were unable to score additionally as Alan Johnson struck out and Fernando Vasquez grounded out. So after one complete, it's Hampton 1 and Bethel nothing.
Tim, we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams this afternoon. That player will receive a plaque and a shirt. Plaque comes from Engraving Inc., located in Tabb Square. For your engraving needs, contact Jim at 596-8850. Dave Buckwald is owner. The shirt comes from the Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods, and they're located in Pocosin. They can meet all your sports needs with a full line of athletic goods, both team and individual, equipment, uniforms, plus screen printing. Call Dave Chubb at 868-8467. John Roberts is the owner.
Leadoff man in the top of the second grounds the ball hard to third base, and nice play, sticking with the play to get the out just by a nick as the leadoff man, Steve Mingy, is out on the ground out, but a very close play. Well, good job by the third baseman.
Well, and Fernando Vasquez, the first baseman, really stretched to get that ball and just to take another half step away, and that's what sometimes is the difference.
If he stretched a little further, he would now be a soprano instead of a baritone.
You're in rare form today.
I'm early. It's early. Okay. Cliff Copley is our batter. He is also the pitcher for the Bruins.
Young man played tight end for the football team.
Takes ball two.
But he's batting .267 coming into today's contest. The Bruins, of course, are undefeated.
8-0, undefeated on the season. This one is call strike right at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike to Cliff Copley. On deck is Ricky Ray, the right fielder.
I talked to Bouchard earlier in the week. You know, I watched this play.
Copley off the end of the bat to the pitcher, covering for out number 2.
I asked him, I said, were you expecting to be this undefeated? And he says, no. He said, in fact, he said, I thought, we'd have 2-3 losses at the most. But he says, my first 5 games, I had 5 different winning pitchers. And I said, that's unusual. He said, yeah, tell me about it. But during about a 4-game stretch, Kurt Smith, listen to this, 13 of 18 batting .772 in that period. That's phenomenal.
That would cover it. Phenomenal would be the word I'd use. All right, Ricky Ray is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Ball hits the home plate for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Ray. On deck, should he keep and extend the ending, would be Dante Alvarado. Ray playing right field for Roger Bouchard's Bethel Bruins.
Well, he's batting .286.
Of course, Danny Mitchell, the head coach here at the homestanding Hampton Crabbers.
And beautiful field here.
It's gorgeous.
Roger Bouchard told me, he's real proud of what he calls a Bruin Park over there. But he says this is one of the best fields in the district. He says Danny has really worked hard and has really done a good job with his field.
Strike. Full count, rather, 3-2. Yeah, I was coming in from the parking lot and almost went back, got my golf clubs to practice a little on the putting green here.
Yeah,
the left
beautiful.
field, right field looks like a beautiful, nice, clean fairway. Any of those.
Well, wait a minute now. I've watched you hit. You don't get in the fairway. You like the rough.
Well, I like to make sure I use all of the course.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to. Somebody told me you just like to take the scenic tour.
What someone said the Hampton course is 5,900 yards, and I play it at 8,000. Ricky Ray gets the base on balls to extend the inning with 2 outs. This will bring up Dante Alvarado, and he is the catcher for the Bruins.
No, his mama. She's the one that helped me get my glasses. Works over at the eye place. I'm not going to tell you which one. I don't want to give him too many unsolicited.
Speaking of glasses, behind the plate this afternoon, Jim Mayhew, and on the bases, Danny Bootwell. 1 ball, no strikes. Now the count even at 1-1 as Alvarado takes a nice swing. On deck is the DH, Willis Overton.
Well, Alvarado's mother did go to Bethel High School, so she still calls me Coach Hentz. Not many people do, just the older ones.
Most of them are dying off, aren't they?
Hey, we could have gone all along without having that. But this young man's batting .304.
2 balls and a strike. Runner's going. Throw down to second is there, and it is not in time. Now they say the umpire waves him safe and then calls him out. Oh.
Well, he got up and got off the bag. He thought he was out.
And ultimately he was, but it looked like he was out initially. But the umpire, watch the play here. You be the judge.
See, he dropped the ball.
Ball came loose, and then the umpire made the right call. Said, no, you're safe. And then, unfortunately, Ricky Ray didn't see the ball come loose and walked off the bag.
Was taking a little stroll.
So Copley will get another Alvarado will get another at-bat since he will not be charged. He will lead off the 3rd inning for the Bruins. But Ray is out trying to steal second.
Tim, we do have a couple of sponsors.
Yes,
and I do want to talk a little bit about Zooms. I noticed what kind of drink you brought here today, but I also noticed you didn't bring me one. But
well, I figured you had your own.
Oh, I figured you figured. But anyway, Zooms is going to give an award to the senior on the baseball team and the girls softball, boys and girls soccer this year who has demonstrated academic excellence. These players will receive an award and a plaque that will be presented to them at one of the school meetings at the end of the season. And we want to thank David Allen and Zooms for the continuing support of WHCS and our student athletes.
This game videotaped on the 21st of April, the year 2000, for your enjoyment. The weather conditions this afternoon, very summer-like. It's very warm and humid, and, of course, threatening severe thunderstorms up until about 7 o'clock tonight. So keep your fingers crossed, and hopefully
let's wait until it's 7 before they come. But Tom Gear is also one of our corporate sponsors, and he is involved with the Girls and Boys Club in Hampton, and they are in the process of raising money to build a new gym. Your donations would be appreciated. If you have any questions, call Tom Gear at 827-7.
All right, 827-8277. Leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, Chris Hamilton, second baseman for the Crabbers, and he checks his swing and takes the first pitch high for a ball. On deck will be Chris Meisenheimer, better known as Misery to his teammates. And third man up in the order will be the DH, Mark Thompson. Fouled out of play. A ball and a strike. Bottom of the 2nd inning here, 1-0 in favor of the Hampton Crabbers. Takes the pitch low for a ball. You see the shot from our center field camera spot. That is quite an impressive. Can't tell whose home field this is from that shot.
No way, right?
Swing and a miss, and the count is even at 2-2.
We got everybody on top of something out here today.
You want to explain that?
Well, the 2 trucks, all 3 trucks. We got 2 panel trucks with people on top, and Susan is over there on top of the big truck. So
3 trucks, no waiting.
No waiting. Who's our camera people today? I see Nathaniel Braxton. Who's out there in center? Is that Nathaniel?
I'm not sure.
We got somebody else down here on the left field line. Maybe Scotty will let us know who that is.
We got a hit batsman Second player to be hit by a pitch in this ball game, and now it'll bring up Chris Meisenheimer, known as Misery to his teammates. We'll call him that from this point forward with no malice intended.
He's batting .258 coming into today's contest.
Ball gets away from the catcher, but runner on first
does
not advance.
Well, there's a little short distance there. He doesn't have very far to go to get the ball, and you want to make sure you get that guy down there, so he's waiting for the sacrifice.
Get 1 ball and no strikes, I believe.
You got it.
Copley delivers. This one is fouled back. Out of play. Evens the count at 1-1. Chris Hamilton will trot back to first base. Looked like they had the bunt and run, or whatever you want to call it. What is it? I know hit and run, but this is a
sacrifice.
Kind of a sacrifice, although the infield is not playing in particularly. You and I have commented about this before, too. The umpires have extra duty in a circumstance like this game today. You got 1 base umpire, and quite frankly, it's almost impossible for him to see all of the action. This one's popped up and out of play as a good effort by the catcher to come up with that.
That's Alvarado.
But he could not quite get to it.
Well, it wasn't lack of effort.
No, not at all. In fact, he might have skinned his elbow in the effort he got on the grass and the gravel there, so he's going to have to be attended to as he's apparently bloodied his elbow.
And well, see, when he, it might have hit before the little path.
That's
there.
what I'm saying. He kind of hit the gravel area there that leads from home plate over to the dugouts. Had a little shower while we were setting up earlier. Here's your lineup, by the way. There's the Hampton Crabbers lineup. Avery, Vias, Brown, Gunter, Johnson, Vasquez, Hamilton, Meisenheimer, Johnson, and Thompson. Of course, Thompson batting for Marcus Johnson. And the Bruin pitcher, Copley, will continue to keep warm. Not much of an effort this afternoon. It's rather sultry out here.
And, it really is. Is this different than Monday or whatever? What is that? Friday or what was it?
That was Monday over at Bethel High School. That was winter over there.
Yeah, freezing.
Wet and freezing. Hopefully we won't have either one of those circumstances here this afternoon.
Yeah, especially the wet part. We don't want to have that.
Lost a long-lost friend on Monday. Our old monitor.
Man, it turned colors, and when it turned green and made a funny noise, I said, that's all that baby wrote.
When that little puff of smoke came out of there, that was probably bad news. Looks like your book full of information might have suffered some minor damage here on Monday.
Yeah,
too.
really bit. I just want to tell everybody about the Math Zone. WHCS Channel 46 welcomes you to the Math Zone, a live televised interactive call-in program for students to get help with their math. Join Tyler elementary teacher Cassandra Hamilton and Davis middle school teacher Sherry Martin. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Call 850-5426. And I got a little something in here about something else, too, if I can find it.
All right, you can find a little more information to kill some time with here. We've just about got our injury taken care of and a little armband, and Alvarado is none the worse for wear as he took a headlong dive in an effort to get that foul ball and skinned his elbow.
Just want to talk about HCS Reports has a new look. Join anchor Beth Sadler Monday through Friday at noon and again at 5 for all the news and information about the Hampton City Schools right here on Channel 46.
High for a ball, 2-2 the count. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Crabbers have a runner at first. Hamilton reaching after being nicked. He's going, and a swing and a foul ball, I believe. Umpire is not particularly vocal. I wasn't quite sure what the call was.
Yeah, I didn't know what the deal was there. But oh, he's out. He's out because the base was I don't know. Anyway, he's out.
All right, so the runner advances, and the batter is out. I guess he I don't know what he did.
Well,
I guess he attempted to bunt at the ball. We'll figure that one out. Maybe our
here's a DH, Tim.
cohort. Yes,
look
it
at
is.
look at this strike zone.
Mark Thompson, number 5, batting for Marcus Johnson. And a runner on second with 1 out. Pitch is high. Your reference is to the fact that Mark is not particularly tall, which would give a nice narrow strike zone to his advantage. Let's see if he can swing the bat. There's a nice pitch by Copley, evening the count. Excuse me, rather making it 2-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Second, third, fourth, second. So what happens when we come on late. I was thinking this was our first inning. Grounded to the third baseman, holds a runner at second, over to first in time, throw over to third, and it is in time.
Oh, what a nice double play.
Very nice. So Thompson grounds out 5-3, and then Hamilton is out
3-6.
3-6.
Watch the replay. Nice job of running the batter back, and then watch this nice throw.
Perfect throw. From the first baseman all the way across the diamond. That's not easy to do. But the Bruins complete the double play, not your conventional double play, for the second and third out of the inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 hit and 2 runs, 2 hits and 1 run so far for the Crabbers through 2 innings. The Bruins with 1 hit, yet to score. Due up in the inning, again, out while batting. Alvarado will get another opportunity as the base runner was out, and thus allowing Alvarado a chance for another at-bat here. He'll be followed by the DH, Willis Overton, and then the top of the order, Ray Keaton.
Well, Dante is a junior, and he's also in the Key Club and the Bay Club and DECA. He wants to major in sports medicine when he goes to college.
Right now, I'd like to major in base hit. Off the end of the bat to the first baseman, and he'll play it unassisted for out number 1. So that'll bring up the DH, Willis Overton. He's taking the place at the plate of Dudley Green, who is your left fielder. What's Mr. Overton done so far this year? Got anything on him?
Yep, somewhere.
You got a plethora of information over there if you can just find it.
Overton's batting .250 coming into today's contest.
Takes the first pitch in the dirt for a ball. As the sun shines brightly here on Crabber Field. Hit sharply foul down the third baseline. Evening the count at 1-1 with 1 away here in the top of the third. Willis Overton, the batter. Justin Villas, the pitcher, delivers changeup for a strike.
Oh, nice pitch.
Villas.
Nice pitch.
Correct myself.
Talk a little more about our people. Go ahead.
Let me correct myself. It's Villas. Justin Villas. This one hit to the third baseman. Didn't mean to interrupt you, Bob.
That's all right.
Overton stumbles out of the blocks, but he would have been out anyway as the third baseman rifles it across the diamond for out number 2.
Well, I don't know who our other cameraman is. I'm going to let Scotty let me know. But Bev Penn is on slow motion, instant replay. Andy Foley, graphics and audio. Don Scharouse is the engineer. Scotty Bowers is the director. And they talk about Susan and Nathaniel Braxton I didn't see Ron Beaton. Is he here? Reggie.
Jackson?
Reggie Jackson.
No, I made that up.
Oh. Well.
The only Reggie I know is Jackson. This one's popped up. Keaton. Pitcher calling for it and makes the grab for out number 3. So 1 up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up, 3 down for the Bruins in the 3rd. The game moving right along as we move to the bottom of the 3rd of a scheduled 7-inning game, 1-0 in favor of Hampton. They'll have the top of the order up in the 3rd. That'll be Chris Avery, Justin Villas, and Brandon Brown. What is Reggie's last name, Scotty? Can you tell us? Reggie Crudlup. Crudup.
It's easy for you to say.
No, it's not. All right. Well, we appreciate Reggie, and I guess Ron is not with us today.
Oh, he heard it was going to rain. The last time he was on top of the truck and the lightning and the thunder.
Yeah.
And
I'd ask for hazardous duty pay on that one. That was a. What? Can I repeat what he said? I didn't hear him.
He's repeating it. We got a little bit of music with us here this afternoon. We got a nice young lady sitting next to you doing the scoreboard. You want to find out who she is? Give her a little recognition.
Sure. We got a PA announcer here and everything. That's this top drawer at Hampton High School here. They've got all the stuff going on except for a concession stand. That's why I went to Zoom's, where you can always get Citgo gasoline or good food. Had the potato wedges in there, Bob. I had my hand in my pocket. I was about to buy me some of those to bring over here, and I said, if I can't bring enough, I better not bring any at all.
If you can't feed everybody.
That's right. Chris Avery, the leadoff batter.
Well, as close as Zoom's is, that you think they might bring some over.
Hey, they are right around the corner here from Hampton High. Pitch is call strike.
Who we got here?
It's Chris Avery. He grounded out his first time up.
Batting .391 coming in today's contest. 3 RBIs.
That's healthy. .391. Fouled it back out of play. And that'll run the count to 0-2. Leadoff batter. Pitcher Villas is on deck. Cliff Copley, big right-hander, delivers just inside and low. Bethel undefeated on the season. Hampton 4-6 coming into this game. Hampton played Denby yesterday. Lost, I believe the score was 4-1. One ball and 2 strikes to Avery. Just outside. 2-2 the count. Tim Cole and Bob Hintz bringing you this spring sport here at Hampton High, the first baseball game of our spring season. We'll have other games,
other
coming
contests,
up, weather permitting, and all that good stuff. So Avery is a strikeout victim. Second of the game, excuse me, third of the game for Copley. No way, Jose.
Well, one thing about doing soccer, guys, we are out of the elements.
What's this we stuff? The camera people are in and out.
I'm looking at you and saying we. I'm not talking about them people. Well, they could get, the upstairs cameras could come inside if they had to.
And they probably will, too.
But at Darling Stadium, it's a little better setup, a little easier to set up anyway.
Villas swings and misses. He had a double in the first inning and scored the only run of the ball game.
I tell you, he really got good contact with the ball, too.
Knocked it all the way to the fence, if memory serves me correctly.
He's batting .329 at 3 RBIs.
Ball is outside. Nice gust of breeze comes across the diamond here. Taking our little tarpaulin, we get a shot of this.
If I grab that thing and start flying, we're in trouble.
We can start taking off. Hang gliding. Swing and a miss, evening the count at 2-2. On deck, Brandon Brown, who has the RBI in the ball game. Popped up, and that'll get out of play. Nobody on here in the bottom of the third inning. 1 out, 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss, and consecutive strikeouts now for Cliff Copley.
Yeah, it seems to be getting a little in a groove here.
Yeah, he started off a little shaky, and he's retired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 batters in a row now.
Well, he's ERA is 1.71. He has 3 wins.
Outside and low for a ball.
He's only given up 8 walks coming into today's game with 15 strikeouts. Is this Brandon Brown here, right?
Yes,
he's batting .480, Tim.
My gracious.
12 of 25. He's got 3 RBIs.
Oh, he's
well, he picked up.
now.
Yeah, he picked up one.
He's 13 for 26.
Yeah, he picked up a RBI in the first inning.
Yes, he did. 2 balls and no strikes to Brown. Fouled back out of play, off the catcher's mask. You say Mr. Copley's got 3 victories on the season, 3 of 8?
Yeah, but Rogers got 2. Mengi and Copley both have 3 wins. Gonzalez has 1 win. Ricky Ray's got 1, and Kurt Smith got 1. So,
yeah, I thought they were 9-0. I said earlier 8-0, but they're 9-0.
Yeah. And there's a little runner back to the pitcher, and out he goes.
So Brown grounds out, pitcher to first, and the Crabbers go in order. That's the second inning in a row that they have gone in order. There's the replay of the final out of inning number 3 as we move now to the top of the 4th inning. It's Hampton 1 and Bethel nothing.
For all your printing needs, call Gear Up Printing at 1909 North Armstead Avenue. Give them a call, 827-8277.
In the 4th inning, it will be Jared Ulch, Guillermo Gonzalez, and Kurt Smith. The batters due up for the Bethel Bruins.
Oh wow! I got a rock, baby.
I'm telling you, we got some. Look at this. Look at this shot. What a great picture that is. Out there among the dandelions. That's quite an outfit the young man has on, isn't it?
Sure is. Of course, we want to thank David Allen Zooms as one of our corporate sponsors, and they've got all kinds of good things, as Tim will allude to. Have they opened up that new one next to you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I heard that the stock went up quite a bit.
Stock went up, and my stomach.
And it's like Cheers when they used to say Norm when you walk in, they say Tim.
Tim. That's right. Yes, they all know me by my feeding habits. They get the fried chicken and the potato wedges out, and got a good price on gas up there too. Zooms up on Warwick Boulevard, right near Hydenwood.
Well, Jared Ulsh know his mother and dad real well. Good friends. In fact, I taught his father at Bucko Junior High many years ago. And anyway, Jared ranked number 6 in his class, Tim, 4.17 GPA. Deca Club, Key Club, Honor Society. 3rd year on the varsity as a junior.
Grounded the ball foul. Ball and 2 strikes to Ulsh, who grounded out in the first inning, 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Batting .269 coming in today's contest.
On deck is Gonzalez. In the hole is Kurt Smith. This was low for a ball. 2-2 the count. Hampton scored in the first inning, and that's our only score. Pitcher Diaz scored on a RBI single by Brown. This one has hit a long ways and make that one way out of here. As Ulch hits the homer.
I tell you, that looked like one of your 9-iron shots, baby.
I'm telling you, that thing was getting So Jared Ulch heard you mention his daddy and said, here's one for Pop.
Well, I tell you, his mama, Kathy Truman Ulch, and daddy Lynn Ulch, real proud of this young man. In fact, they're probably over there on the stand somewhere.
Is that his first home?
Oh, yeah, there's his mama standing right up there with the blue dress and yellow top.
Is that his first home run of the season? It is. Yep.
Well, give it to him.
First home run. He had three. Now let's see. What did he have here? That's his first homer.
And he had 3 triples coming in too, I think. Yeah. Oh, that's stolen bases.
Yeah. So he got all of that.
Tied the game up real quick.
Yes, he did. Gonzalez is your batter. Bases are cleaned by Mr. Ulch.
Gonzalez, GPA 3.38. He's in the Spanish club, the Spanish National Honor Society Key Club. Third-year varsity starter.
He hits it well. This one is to center field. The center fielder going back has room and makes the grab for out number 1. So both the leadoff batter and the second batter getting good contact as you watch the replay. This one was hit deep to center.
Now look at that camera work.
Yep, good job.
I tell you, these fans, they got to love this outfit. They do a great job, game in, game out.
Kurt Smith batting from the left-hand side of the plate takes the first pitch for a ball. Kurt flied out his first time up.
He's a 4-year starter, Tim. Second team All-District pitcher last year, and he's got a 3.2 GPA.
Golfs this one.
Up high. That center fielder, is that Gunner?
I think it is. He got under that one, and that one is
he got a little
right
workout.
in the same spot. Out number 2. Outfielders thought that was the third out of the game, but third out of the inning, but in fact it was not. It was only the second out. There's your replay, and that ball almost in the identical spot of the predecessor from Gonzalez.
Well, Steve Mingy, just a sophomore, Tim. As I told you, he's got a 3.30 pitching record. 1 home run this year, batting .320.
Takes the first pitch for a call strike.
And he was a starter as a freshman last year, so.
In the dirt for a ball. 1-1 the count. 2 outs here, and a run in on Jared Ulch's home run to left field. Villas delivers outside a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. You see the shot from our center field camera. Those big, nasty clouds staying away for the right now. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. Fouled at the plate. Evens the count up at 2-2 with 2 outs.
Oh, deuce is wild.
Top of the 4th inning. Hampton 1, Bethel 1. Diaz delivers. This is a floater. Runs the count full as it was well over the batter's head. So with a 3-2 count. Mingy trying to extend the inning. And he does so as he draws a base on balls. So they'll bring up their pitcher, Cliff Copley, who's in a position to help his own cause here. Copley grounded out in the 2nd inning for his only other at-bat.
He's been 4 years on the varsity with the baseball team this year. And he also he has received for football the academic award from Zooms.
And he wins an award for base hitting, too, as he singles up the middle. On the play, the runner on first aggressively goes to third. He's in safe, and Copley will take second on the throw. So Copley with a single, taking second on the throw, and all the way around to third is Mingy. So the Bruins
watch the replay on this
keep this one alive.
But he didn't even slow down. But you know what's happening, Tim, is that ball hit that outfield and did not continue its momentum, slowed down a little bit. Heads up base running.
Ricky Ray will come to the plate. He swings and fouls it back out of play. 2 down, but 2 on now as the Bruins have 2 runners in scoring position.
Ricky Ray batting .286 coming into today's contest.
He hits it in the air. Gunter started in and then now settles under the ball for out number 3. So all 3 outs recorded on flies to center field, but the Bruins leave 2. However, Ulch's leadoff home run is enough to tie the ball game. And here's the replay of that last out, as Gunter was real busy during the inning.
I like that music.
Two hits in the inning for the Bruins, and the big one, of course, the leadoff home run from Ulch. They have 1 run on 3 hits, and the Crabbers have 1 run on 2 hits as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. We'll have that busy center fielder to lead off, as so often happens. The guy who makes a lot of the outs is the leadoff batter, Gunter. He'll be followed by Johnson and Vasquez.
Alfonso batting .304. And he's had 5 RBIs this year. Of course, we remember him very well from the football season. Some of these young people not only do well in their academics, Tim, but play more than one sport. Alan Johnson is another one on this team, was a punter on the football team.
So Gunter, who reached first in the first inning after being hit by a pitch. So this is officially his first at-bat. Cliff Copley, who has settled into a groove. He has retired the last 8 batters that he's faced. And his first pitch to Gunter is outside for a ball. 1-1 here in the top half of the 4th inning. Excuse me, the bottom half of the 4th inning, rather. That one hit the plate and bounds up.
Well, Copley coming into today had pitched 16 in the 3rd innings and only allowed 5 runs. That's 15
amazing.
Strikeouts, 8 base and balls.
That's good stuff. Hit back up the middle. Copley just couldn't get a glove on it. It was hit so sharply, and Gunter is on first with a single. So the Crabbers, trying to retaliate for the run scored by the Bruins, will bring Alan Johnson to the plate. He struck out his first time up.
Batting .300. Pitching record is 2-1 for Allen. Got 3 RBIs coming into today's contest.
Copley checks the runner and now steps off the rubber, and Gunter has to go back. There you see a good look at Alfonso, better known as Zoe. And he's going. Ball hit off the end of the bat. A slow roller to the shortstop, and a good job to get the runner at first. Over to second, not in time, as Gunter gets back safely.
What a play by the shortstop.
I'm telling you, that ball was just a dribbler, and Johnson, with pretty good speed, just couldn't beat it out. So nice play.
Gonzalez, what a job.
Yeah, that was excellent. We're going to get a chance to watch it again. Here's the off the end of the bat, and he even had to change. I mean, look at this. This ball was just barely moving when he got there. Quick throw down to second, almost got Gunter. But Gunter is back safely at second, and that brings up Vasquez. He grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Hampton 1, Bethel 1. Copley checks the runner, and now Gunter will slide back towards second, and now Copley will step off the mound. Sometimes that runner will disrupt your rhythm.
That's been known to happen.
Vasquez, the batter, with one out. This one is hit to short left field, and confusion between the shortstop who went out and the left fielder coming in, and the ball drops between them for a base hit.
Well, the left fielder really thought Gonzalez had it, and right at the last moment, Gonzalez backed off of it, and it's too late for the left fielder. But really, you normally want the man coming in, if he can get the ball, to get it, because he's got a much better chance at it. He's not backing away. Watch the replay.
This is just a tweener here. It's going to drop right between them. I got it. No, you got it. No, neither one of us have got it. So Bouchard out to talk it over with his pitcher and catcher and settle everything down a little bit. He's clearly disturbed by that play. Should be 2 outs with 1 on, and instead now we've still got just 1 out and base runners at first and second. There's no fault of the catcher and the pitcher, although someone should have called for that fly ball.
Well, you look at the defense for the Bruins, and I'm looking at Gonzalez. He's had 10 putouts. Alvarado, 46. Ricky Ray, 49. Defensively, the Bruins are 939. That's pretty good.
Yes, it is. All right. Got to force play at any base except home.
Well, the infield want to knock the ball down. They don't want that ball to get through, because if it does, a good chance that Zoe will score from second base, and he's got quite a lead.
Nobody holding him. Pitches inside to Chris Hamilton, who is 0 for 1.
Chris is not the strongest batter up there, but I tell you what, in these situations, anybody can do something, and this young man has got one RBI this year.
They've got Gunter trapped, and they pick him off. So Gunter is out at third on a good move by the pitcher. Watch the replay here. You're going to see nice move. He gets ready to throw to second. Gunter is already in his motion, and that could have almost hurt the third baseman.
I'm looking at that third baseman.
Yeah, because Gunter's a big boy. There's no question about that.
Steve Minge took a little shot on the leg, but on his looked like his knee, but it seemed to not hurt him any.
Off the end of the bat, foul down the first baseline. Nice grab by one of the coaches or players there. I'm not
That's
sure.
That's a coach. That's the coach. He's a little old to be a player, but that's okay.
Hey, I can't tell from here. I can only barely read what I'm looking at, let alone see that.
Hey.
I'm getting a check.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, Andy.
Andy, shame on you.
What did he say?
I'm not even going to repeat it. I know you're not.
Well, Scotty must be out of the truck.
One ball and 2 strikes. Runner on first is going, but he'll have to go back as the ball is foul tipped. A ball and 2 strikes to the batter, Hamilton. 2 outs, 1 on, as down at first base is Vasquez. Reached on a single. Pressure. Two and 2 outs. Copley trying to get this one over with. Get out of this inning. Runner is going, and again, it's fouled back out of play.
Hitting runners on, and you got to make contact with the ball somewhere. Trying to hit the ball behind the runner. Nice job that time, but just a little late on it. Fouled it off to the right.
Foul down the third base line, so Hamilton hangs tough.
I think he took a little off of that pitch. Copley did. Looked like coming in a little slower.
You got a little friend here on you.
I could feel somebody crawling all over me.
Yeah, you got a little caterpillar decided to take a walk on your shirt.
On
there.
the wild side.
That's right. In time at first base.
Whoa, was that close?
Play.
I tell you, Gonzalez is impressing me from the shortstop.
That's why I don't take the role of an umpire. But that was a bang play and a nice effort to retire the side. And you'll watch it just nicked him.
Is Bouchard happy or what? Look at him up in the air.
Yeah.
Hey, now that's what I call hang time.
There you go, Bouchard. Come on down, Roger. Come on now. No, he's still going to hang around. He's happy.
He is happy.
All right, got a couple of hits in the inning. Did the Crabbers, but could not push the run across as Gunter was out stealing. So we've played 4 complete now, and it's Hampton 1, Bethel 1.
Well, we got Wayne Spencer helping Danny. He's over on first base, coaching first base, and also Joe Trimble is. I see his name on this, so he must be another one of the assistant coaches, and I'm not sure who the assistant coach is over there at Bethel, but he probably knows if you'd ask him.
See if I can find out for you. Next time we have a break.
Dante.
Some of the kids having a good time at the ball game this afternoon. Dante Alvarado, the catcher, will lead off. He'll be followed by the DH, Willis Overton. And then the top of the order, Ray Keaton. First pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Top of the 5th, Hampton 1, Bethel 1. Hampton scored their run in the first inning, and the Bruins scored theirs in the 4th on a home run by Jared Ulsh. And this one is hit sharply to left field for a base hit to lead off as Alvarado is on.
Well, Dante played 8th and 9th grade for the Bethel JVs, moved down to Melbourne, Florida during his 10th grade year, and didn't like the baseball program down there and moved back up here. There's your friend, Tim.
We're going to release him to the wild.
Well, I just hope he stays wild and then come over here to me again.
Let him grow up to be a butterfly or whatever they happen to become.
Overton, the DH. See what I got for him.
He lays it down.
Nice bunt.
And cannot come up with it as the throw down to first is in the dirt. So Overton reaches on the air.
He's batting 250 coming in today, but it was a nice bunt. Had to be a good throw.
Tough play for the catcher, but he will have to take the error on that play. As a good throw would have gotten him. So the Bruins have something working here. Nobody out, and the top of the order, Ray Keaton. Ray is 1 for 2 this afternoon.
This is Ray's 3rd year on the varsity.
He hits this one to left field. Left fielder is underneath it and makes the grab for the first out.
Well, I do want to say he's got a 3.16 GPA, even though he went out.
So Keaton goes down with the fly ball to left. As you watch it here, the runners have to go back. Keaton swung at a high pitch and could not advance the runners. So this will bring up Ulch, who, as we mentioned,
well,
home run.
Not only did I have his dad when I was over Buckrow, but his mother was a cheerleader at Bethel High School when I was coaching over there.
Call strike to Ulch. Alvarado at second, Overton at first. One out here in the 5th. High for a ball. This one's popped up. Shallow left field. Coming in, the two fielders make contact, but the left fielder able to hold on to the ball.
Oh, that's scary.
Yes, that could have easily been jarred loose. So the second consecutive fly out to left field.
Marcus Johnson is the one that ended up with that play. Now, if you're getting the ball to the right side, you might be able to advance the runners. But when you're popping it up or hitting it into the left field, got to play smart.
So Gonzalez is your batter. First and second. This one is through the shortstop for the base hit. Play coming at the plate was cut off, and a throw down to second, and they got him. But the run will count.
Yep.
So Alvarado will untie the ball game with the run on the base hit by Kurt Smith. Excuse me, Gonzalez, rather.
Gonzalez, yeah.
Gonzalez trying to stretch it to a double. Good job of cutting off the play. That was a nice heads-up play. That's where your pitcher, Viaz, helped his own cause because he cut off that throw to home, and that enabled him to throw the runner out at second. So the Bruins get a run.
We got NBC Sports over there. Oh, that's Don Chiraus.
So Gonzalez will get the RBI, and then he will draw the coach's wrath for trying to stretch a single out there, although you always want your players to be aggressive.
Well, he was already on second, and he was caught, saying, well, if that ball goes into home, I can make it to third. And as you said, the pitcher, Viaz, did good. That's why you got a cutoff man.
Exactly. But the Bruins get a run on 2 hits. So that's Bethel 2 and Hampton 1 as we move to the bottom of the 5th.
Did you ask him?
What do I want to ask him? What was the question? The coach's name?
Yeah, the JV or the assistant coach.
Maybe we get her to ask him when she gets a chance. Can you? We want to know what the JV coach's name is for Bethel?
Not JV. I think he's the assistant.
Assistant coach. He shall remain nameless.
Okay, nobody's going to tell us?
The mystery coach. All right.
I know him, but I just can't bring a name to my head.
Your batter is Chris Meisenheimer or Meisenheimer.
Well, it's Misery.
His name is Misery.
Batting .258. 19 times at bat coming in today's contest. 5 hits, scored 4 times.
Takes the call, strike 1-1 as he was a strikeout victim. First time up. On deck is the DH, Mark Thompson, and then the top of the order, Chris Avery. This one hits the dirt in front of the plate. Bottom of the 5th inning, Bethel 2 and Hampton 1. Good pitched, well-pitched game so far. Both teams have played well. Just that
have
one
made
error.
some great defensive plays. Both teams have.
Made some fine plays. There have been some excellent plays on the left side of the infield. Gonzalez, is that who you were talking about?
Yeah, Gonzalez has played well.
Outstanding.
But it's just not the normal you catch the ball and throw the guy out either. I mean, these are close calls.
Call strike 3.
But the throws have been on target for the most part today. Picked off players. Had all kinds of things happening. Home runs.
Misery strikes out.
Oh,
was there a movie called that or something? So your DH, Mark Thompson, is in there with 1 down. Nobody on. And on deck is Chris Avery, top of the order. Copley's pitch is a strike. 1-1 to Thompson. Thompson grounded out his first time up. This one is back by the pitcher. Second baseman up with the ball over to first just in time. Nice play by the second baseman for out number 2.
I tell you what, that young man puts good wood on the ball.
Yep.
Or metal or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's metal anymore. So as you watch the replay here, this is Thompson's ground up. just by the pitcher Copley, but could not get it past the second baseman. So the top of the order, Chris Avery takes the first pitch inside for a ball.
Batting .391 coming in, 28 at bats, 11 hits.
Slid a little
3
bit.
RBIs. What?
Slid a little bit this afternoon as he is 0 for 2. Takes the pitch, ball 2. Zooms with 6 convenient locations. Had to change my little spiel there because now there's 6 convenient peninsula locations.
That we know of.
That we know of. Maybe more.
There may be more.
There's growing all the time. Got a brand new one there in Hydenwood Shopping Center in Newport News. Strike call. Nice looking pitch from Copley. So Copley finds the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 away. Nobody on here in the 5th. Swing and a miss. Took a little off of that one. Or did he get a yeah, strike, swing and a miss. 2-2. On deck is the pitcher, Viaz. Foul back. So Avery stays alive.
2-2 again.
Oh, and Avery gets hit by the pitch. So Avery takes one for the team, and he trots down to first base, keeps the inning alive for the Crabbers. So Viaz, the pitcher, who doubled and scored the Hampton run in the first inning, is struck out in the third. He's 1 for 2.
Justin pitches 1-0 as a pitcher, has been about 31 times, batting .329 coming into today's contest. Helped himself a little bit. 3 RBIs, 10 hits, 6 runs.
And he hits a shot to center field, but it's right at the center fielder for out number 3. So good metal on the ball, if you will. But right at the center fielder for the third out of the inning, and the Crabbers get a base runner on the hit batsman, but that's where he stands. He is left on base, and we've completed 5, and it's Hampton 1, Bethel 2. And I want to remind everybody our umpires for this afternoon's ball game: Jim Mayhew at the plate and Danny Bootwell on the bases. Little cloud cover coming over here as we go to the top of the 6th inning, and still hoping that those severe thunderstorms they're talking about stay away.
Well, they're going to stay away until about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I have a feeling we're going to get this baby in.
I hope you're right. Felt just a little coolness on the back of my legs there, like there might be just a little hint of.
Yeah, well, maybe that little friend crawling up there too.
That's could be.
You better check it out.
No little friend of mine. You got it. Not that kind of little friend.
Oh, I tell you, Andy's kind of sharp today. I saw him on top of that truck. He don't get up there very often. Want to remind them that we will pick a player of the game from both of these teams this afternoon. The player will receive a plaque and a shirt. The plaque comes from Engraving Inc., located in Tab Square, and the shirt comes from Island Hardware and Sporting Goods, located in Poquoson. And we will be back right after this short timeout. Oh, we'll wait after this batter.
Or we'll wait till after this batter.
Well, we'll just take a pause. Just cut me off, Scotty. It's happened before.
Kurt Smith is the batter. He's behind the count 0-2 now. Stay away from that right field line there where that white convertible is there, Mr. Smith. You and I will have words.
Kurt
he's
batting.
big enough to reach it, too. He's a big boy.
Young man batting .548. He's one I was talking about earlier. 10 RBIs. 17 hits. 31 at-bats. That's pretty good.
Doug Arthur.
Doug Arthur. No wonder I didn't recognize him. He looked like you put on about 25 pounds.
Oh, thanks. You'll appreciate that. And a swing and a miss. Now we're going to take that break we talked about. We'll be right back with more baseball here on Channel 46. all the managers I ever had in baseball were a lot less attractive than Robin Jackson.
Well,
who's the young lady who just helped us out here.
We appreciate that, Robin. Thank you very much.
I knew I was going to hear from Andy. Oh, another one in the back. So another batsman.
Well, that's the first one for the Bruins that's been hit.
Those hurt too. You know, they tend to sting just a tad.
Yeah, that was Steve Minge, and that brings up
your pitcher, Cliff
big guy.
Copley.
Big guy.
1 out, 1 on here in the top half of the 6th inning. Bethel holding on to a 1-run lead right now. And the first pitch to Copley is low for a ball. We have any statistics on Mr. Minge's steal attempts this year? Do we have any stolen bases for him?
Well,
moot point as the ball is hit to the shortstop over to first in time for double play. Nice job by the Crabber infield to turn the double play.
Well, by the time I was looking, and
that's right.
A moot point to this.
So
this is the bottom of the 6th.
Three up, 3 down. Yes, it is. Moving right along here. 2 runs on 5 hits. This is the replay of the double play. Nice job. Tinkers the chance to Everett.
Nice. Oh,
wasn't that the one you heard of as a kid? Tinkers the chance to Everett.
Yep. Hey, you mean when I was a kid? My grandpa told me about that.
I'm not even going to go there. All right, the Crabbers with the big double play to get out of trouble now move to the bottom of the 6th, and this is a 7-inning contest. So time running out for Hampton now as they are down 2-1. Copley's looked pretty strong recently here. Hampton 1 run on 4 hits this afternoon.
Well, they do have 2 more at bats.
And speaking of at-bats, the leadoff batter will be Brandon Brown. He'll be followed by Zoe Gunter. And Alan Johnson will be batting 3rd, at least scheduled to bat 3rd here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, Brandon Brown is also one of the pitchers, 1 and 3. He's batting .480, 25 at-bat, 12 hits coming into today's contest, 3 RBIs.
4 now. He has their RBI.
All right. Update that statistics. That's
1 for 2 on the afternoon, so he's probably batting a little better than .480. So Brown steps in. Crabbers trying to give the Bruins their first blemish in the win column, loss column this year, as the Bruins have yet to be beaten. Hampton hanging tough, though, down just by a run. Swing and a miss as Copley drills it in there. Brandon Brown was trying to make this a 2-2 game on that swing.
Well, he didn't hold anything back.
And a strike 2. So quickly Copley is ahead of Brown. Big right-hander, strike 3 as Brown goes down swinging. Let me see how many strikeouts that is now for Mr. Copley. Had 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third. That's 4. I'm real good at this. 5. That's number 6 on the afternoon.
Zoe Gunter, 304.
Zoe had a single his last time up, but got caught stealing. He is 1 for 1 this afternoon, having reached by a hit batsman in the first inning.
So he's improved his average a wee bit.
And he kind of slings the bat at that one over to the shortstop. Long throw to first, and not in time as the ball was off the mark. And Gunter reaches on, I guess you'd call that a throwing error.
Yeah, it's got to be a throwing error.
That would be E6 and a tough call.
And, you know, that was more routine than some of those others, and the hard ones they get, it seems.
Yeah, seems to always happen that way. So the Crabbers, who need a run to tie the game, have a base runner here with 1 out.
I think when Gonzalez come up with a ball that
Oh, this could be double play time here. Over to second, over to first, in time as Johnson grounds into a double play. Didn't mean to interrupt you. But,
well, that's okay with the action, but I think that Gunner was much quicker going down that baseline than Gonzalez had anticipated, and really kind of hurt his throw, and that's how he got on base with that throw. But all for naught.
Here's your replay. Pitcher over to the shortstop covering to first for the 1-4-3 double play. So the Crabbers had a runner, but unable to capitalize. So we have completed 6 now as we move to the 7th and potentially final inning, with Bethel leading 2-1 as Viaz will take the mound for Hampton.
Well, Bethel would love nothing more than get at least one more insurance run here.
Oh, yeah.
Who we got coming up for the Bruins?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Ricky Ray will be our scheduled leadoff batter. Alvarado will be second to bat, and Willis Overton is scheduled third here in the top of the 7th. Of course, the goal of the Crabbers here will be not to have any opportunity to let Bethel extend that lead. Keep the game close. Diaz has done a fine job, and of course we're going to pick a player of the game for each of these teams, and so far, Bob, we've got some pretty good candidates.
Yes, we do. Gonzalez, Copley, Viaz.
Well, we got some tough choices, really.
Just to name a few.
Viaz has held this potent Bethel team pretty well in check this afternoon. Just 5 base hits for the Bruins. Swing and a foul ball by Ricky Ray. 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 run on 4 hits. Been a well-pitched game for both teams. Well-played game, for that matter. Just a couple of miscues. Ray hits this one to deep center, but Gunter is underneath it and has it for out number 1.
Gunter's been right active out there at center field. They've been popping it to him. But you're right, Tim. We got to pick a player of the game, and I'm going to let you kind of guide me a little bit since you got all the statistics over there.
Well, the obvious consideration for the Bruins is Ulsh.
Ulsh has got to be considered. Gonzalez,
also
Copley.
Copley's pitched a fine game. So those are some of the leading names that come to mind for the Bruins.
Gunter and
see the go-ahead RBI. Let's see, where did that occur? That was actually on an error by Overton, I think. Yeah. So no RBI on that play. So not a lot of base hits, I should say, this afternoon.
Another young man's played a good game. Dante, batting .304 coming to today's contest. He's got the tough job back there behind the plate.
Yes, it is. A ball and 2 strikes to Alvarado. Just outside 2-2.
Come on, Justin.
1 away here in the top of the 7th. Viaz with the windup. And this one hit right back.
Whoa.
And Viaz got nicked, and hopefully he's all right. He is down. And quickly, people out to check on him as he got a grazing shot. Hopefully that's all it was.
Well, he hopped right back up, Tim. But you're right. That was like a bullet coming back.
That was a rocket. Alvarado, watch this. Boom. I mean, Viaz just hit the deck, and hopefully he was just grazed. I'm telling you, I used to be a pitcher. Bob, when in Little League, I got one hit directly back at me, and the only reason I'm here today is because I just stuck my hand with the glove on it, fortunately, in front of the ball. Or otherwise, it was curtains. But Viaz kind of laughing out there, so we're very happy to see he's all right, because that ball was just a shot. And a base hit for Alvarado. That's his second. He's 2 for 3. And that brings up the DH, Willis Overton.
Batting .250.
So the Bruins, as you mentioned, looking for that insurance run. With 1 out here, 2-2 the count. Or is that the old count?
That's got to be the old count.
Yeah, I think
this
that's
is
the old
his
count.
first pitch.
Yeah. And he lays this one down, trying to advance the runner. Nice play by the catcher to get Overton at first, but
running down that baseline, and you got to get a little bit of an angle so you can get it there. But you're right. If you quit beating on me, I'll be.
We're in kind of tight quarters here. I had something nibbling on my back. I didn't mean to hit you.
Let it nibble, baby.
All right. Keaton, leadoff man, is our batter. He had a single in the first.
GPA 312.
Wait a minute. I'm in the middle of his. I got to repeat what he's done now. And he rifles this one to deep left field. Just foul.
I'll see if I don't get this in real quick.
All right, go get it. Go get it. I figured you'd already done all your stuff. You'll have time as they get it. That's right. Yes, it did.
Well, he's hitting 346 in the last 6 games, and his base percentage is 700. Go get him. What else has he done?
Runner at second. 2 outs in the dirt. Alvarado on second with 2 away. Keaton the batter. Ulch is on deck. Should they extend the inning? This one is hit to center field. Gunter, very busy this afternoon, is right there for out number 3. So I got to look up something here. While you're doing whatever you're going to do there, let me tell you there's 1.
Do whatever I'm going to do, huh?
4, 5, 6. That's 6 putouts in the ball game by Gunter.
Printing is the only game at Gear Up Printing, and they're very proud of what they do. So whatever your printing needs are, call them at 827-8277. That's Gear Up Printing. And again, we want to thank Zooms for their sponsorship of these ball games, and of course their willingness to recognize the players of these spring sports who have demonstrated academic excellence. David Allen Zooms.
There's
our hats off to you.
Danny Mitchell.
Big Danny.
Head coach over here at Crabberland. Of course, integral part of the coaching staff on the football team. So it's Hampton's last gasp here as they are trailing by a run, and they will have due up in the inning Fernando Vasquez, Chris Hamilton, and Misery. Chris Misenheimer. When I write this small, it's hard to read. A long name like that, you got to.
Well, you also write from the wrong side. So.
Not only that, but I'm blind as a bat.
Did you pitch left-handed too?
I did.
How come you play golf right-handed?
I always batted right-handed. I don't know why. Just by batting right-handed, it was a natural thing to swing a golf club right-handed. I was a pretty good pitcher. I had a 15-1 record as a pitcher.
Wow.
Only loss was to a guy 1/3 my size. I never will forget that. Way back in the Triassic period when I pitched, I was 15-0. And the last game I ever played, I lost to a guy that was about 4'2" and weighed about as much as my left leg. And it always amazed me. He was the pitcher. And he struck me out twice in the game and beat me. I think it was 2-1. But that's something else. Back to the pitcher. And Copley will get the first out easily for the Bruins. All right, Bob, who are the players of the game?
Well, we got to do some looking here.
Yeah, we can do this at the very end, but we might want to wrap up and get out of here so we can help the crew down, bring down the stuff. I gotta go with Copley. I think I almost have to go with the 2 pitchers in today's contest.
Sounds good.
They really, sometimes you play a game and you got a 10-9 contest, and certainly there are some other candidates. You've mentioned some of them already. The home run by Ulch was a big one. That was the tying run. The go-ahead run was the result of an error. Quickly, the batter Hamilton is behind on the count 0-2 as Copley works here in the 7th. This one's in the dirt. Kind of a wasted pitch. See if he'd go for a bad one. You have a problem with those choices?
No, I think I'm going to go along with you.
Viaz did a great job of keeping this Bethel team in check, allowing just 6 hits after that last inning. Fouled back as he stays alive. But certainly some cases to be made. Some of the fielding has just been outstanding for both squads.
It's hard to believe that as good as this Crabber team is, that they've got a 4-6 record, because they look awful good.
They must have
and they have
lost
played the
games.
Bruins real tough here today.
Oh, they have.
No, it's pressing on my finger. It just stuck so good.
2-2 is the count to Chris Hamilton. Misery is on deck, and that is strike 3 called. So Cliff Copley registers the strikeout.
Well, we want to thank Engraving Inc. and Islander Hardware and Sporting Goods for allowing us to recognize Justin Viaz and Cliff Copley as the players of the game for the respective teams today.
7 strikeouts for Copley. This one low in the dirt.
And I also want to thank Zooms and Gear Up Printing for their corporate sponsorship. Anything else we can thank? Thankful we didn't get wet yet.
You took the words out of my mouth.
I knew that.
Thank the good Lord for not raining on us.
Thank you.
I'm guaranteeing you all day long I can think, well, we'll be real lucky if we get this one in. All the talk of all the big rain coming our direction. This one's just inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hampton down to their last out. Bottom of the 7th. They trail 2-1. Copley trying to put this one away. Strike call, 2-2. So 2s are wild again on the board. Bethel 9-0, Hampton 4-6. Hit to the right side. Second baseman has room. Ulch up with the throw and off the mark, but he got it to the first baseman and he held on to it.
Oh, what a job by the first baseman. Whoa.
So a well-played contest by both squads.
Yep.
Very impressed with these two teams. They played an excellent ball game this afternoon.
They have that.
Watch the replay as while we do that. I'll thank our good job by the first baseman to go after that pitch as it was off the mark. But came up with it and recorded out number 3 as Bethel now continues their winning ways. Still undefeated on the season. And unofficially, I think we mentioned they were 9-0, so that would make them 10-0. And Hampton falls to 4-7. We want to thank our corporate sponsors. We have Zooms with 5 convenient, to make that 6 convenient Peninsula locations, and Gear Up Printing. Tom Gear and the fine folks over at Gear Up, 827-8277. Players of the game, Viaz, the pitcher for Hampton. Copley, the pitcher for the Bethel Bruins. I want to thank all the folks here at Hampton High School for their assistance in our setup this afternoon. And the final score again is Hampton losing a close one. The Bruins 2 and Hampton 1. For Bob Hintz, this is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good afternoon, everybody.